Oh, hey.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi.
Good afternoon and welcome to the press conference of Barfi. Now here today, we will just be singing one anthem. Don't worry, be Barfi.
As your devised heartthrob, you've been named sexiest man alive, sexiest man in India, best actor about 3 billion times as of last year. So, how does it feel to be doing this film and what do you have to say to your fans in Dubai?
You know, you actually asked me 8 questions in one thing, so I'm a little confused. But no, thank you so much. You know, Dubai has always been really warm to the film industry. And whenever I've come here, they've shown amazing love and support towards me and my work. I don't take all that sexy and this and all seriously. My parents should take that seriously since they have created me. I promise you, September 14th, we've come up with something which is really heartwarming. It's a joyful entertainer. It's a happy film. You can come with your family and it'll really leave you with a smile on your face and a tear in your eyes. So please do come, you guys, at about 14th of September.
Alright, my question to Priyanka. Same question. You've been named quite a lot of times the sexiest. You don't want me to say that.
It's okay. First of all, thank you everybody for a really special film. Like Ranveer said, it's fun. It's something that, well, at least for me, when I watched the film, taught me how beautiful life can be, and it's something that is positive. You come out of the film feeling like, I want to do something great with my life, and that's really an important message, I think. Not that we were thinking of giving that message when we made the film. None of us, at least I didn't even know the story of the movie while it was being made. But it's a film which comes from a really great place, and I'm very confident that you all will love it.
It's really unfortunate. She was dying to come, but she had to apply for a new passport and it didn't come in time. But hopefully soon.
There's an application on YouTube, if you guys are unaware of this, that you take this character Barfi and you type in whatever you want him to do. There are a bunch of options. You want him to do something vulgar, also he'll do it. So please check it out. And I think it was really innovative, and I really thank YouTube for giving us the opportunity.
You asked Barfi to do something else, out of curiosity.
I was making Barfi do really weird things. We tried to challenge him. I can't say that right now because I guess it's on national television. And he was actually doing all those things.
I wanted to ask you, after that time was over, has it changed you as a person and you're sensitized? Do you think you're more sensitized to people's respect needs after the film?
And this is something I really want to say is, yes, Barfi's character is definitely mute, and yes, I play an autistic girl in the film. But when you watch the movie, you will realize that their disabilities are extremely incidental in the film. It's really not about that. After a while, you'll kind of forget that they have these disabilities because you just start enjoying them as people and their real lives and how much they live lives, but they live their lives with so much just peace and happiness. But what I did learn, yes, it did to a certain extent change my thinking. That when I came out of the film and I watched the movie, the one thing I felt was we have so much in our lives. And I'm not trying to sound preachy, but that's what it did to me. All of you will take your individual message from this film.
What is the criteria that you feel you used to back the script that is promising and interesting?
Well, obviously the first thing is the script and the second thing is the director. And specifically in the case of Barfi, we worked with Anurag Basu before on Metro. He came to us with the subject, he narrated it to us so beautifully, without a scrap of paper in front of him, with full musical accompaniment, and it was stream of consciousness he knew, and when you finally see the film, you know that he had envisioned the entire thing completely right from the start, and it was all in his mind. He gave us a 5-hour narration in sort of typical Anurag Basu style, and he described every moment, every emotion, everything that the characters went through so beautifully, and that's exactly what you see on screen. So with a narration like that, frankly, it's very difficult not to say yes to the film right there and then.
For me, yes, preparation was required because I play an autistic character in the film. We did a lot of research in terms of, what autism is, how it should be portrayed. I spent a lot of time with autistic kids, with teachers, with their parents, to understand them. But eventually, autism has such a huge range that it can be extremely severe and it can be extremely, you won't even be able to tell if someone's autistic. So I think eventually at the end of it, we just created Jilmal from scratch because there's no reference point to her. There's no, I can't say she's like a certain person or like a certain character, or it was just something that I think Anurag had developed in his head, and I had to figure out how to play it, and it took me a little time, but I think after a few days I kind of got the hang of it.
My question is regarding the title of the movie. First, there were rumors about the title of the movie. First it was Silence, Khamoshi, and now finally Barfi. So how did this idea fit?
Oh yes.
You're absolutely right. When the film was narrated to me, the film was tentatively titled Silence, because the film is about the relationship between Barfi and Jibril, and there is not much dialogue in that relationship. It's not that the entire film is silent, but I guess it was somewhere giving a very like a little bit of a dark vibe to the film. And this film is a sunshine film. This film is something which is really joyful, which really makes you happy. So Anurag came up with this idea once that, one day he called me and said, hey, I have this idea that in the 70s, all the pregnant mothers wanted their child to look like the brand ambassador of the Murphy radio. They should be this really cute fat kid, with his hand like this. So they named the kid Murphy. That was my name. But because I am deaf, I can't hear the difference between Mur and Burr. So when he says it, he said Barfi. So people think his name is Barfi. So I think it was very apt. There is a little fine layer in the film when you see it. But also the fact that when you hear this word Barfi, you wonder, you are intrigued by what is Barfi. Then when you see a poster like this, where I'm doing really all nonsense stuff, and you see umbrellas and chickens flying, it kind of suits. If I put silence out there, it really doesn't go with the mood of the film. So I think Barfi just suits the mood of the film.